Okay, testing. I can't hear myself. Showing levels. Test. Still pretty quiet. Test. Is that really all I get? Edit. Customization. Dang. Test. I bet it's super quiet. Let's see. Don't have access. Okay. Test. My mic volume's showing really low. I was trying to set this up in using Reaper, and I was having some issues. And I had it set up in OBS using Reaper, and that was working. And then I thought I was going to be able to stream from that. Didn't quite work out that way. That's okay. All right, let me see if my guitar amp is level, how the levels are looking on that. Hey, if you can hear me, let me know. Let me know how it's sounding. I can't tell on this end. I need some help with that. Hey now, what's up, Ian? How you doing, man? Thanks for popping in. Can you hear me all right? Can you give me a little feedback on that? Can you hear the guitar? Can you hear my voice all right? So on my end, it's showing the sound is pretty low, but I can't really tell. Oh, the guitar's wobbly sound. Really? Oh, dang it. Yeah, Johnny Bean's telling me I need to be using StreamYard, but I think I have to pay for StreamYard, so I gotta decide if I'm gonna go in on this kind of thing. That's a bummer that the guitar's not coming through right. Is the guitar much louder than my voice? Or are they both the same? Just one sounds weird. What's up, Brody? Yeah, but I couldn't. It wouldn't let me stream though. It was like allowing me to record videos and stuff like that, but it wouldn't let me actually stream. And I tried to use OBS Studio as well, which that was working better. But once again, it was like there was just issues with it. I couldn't figure it out. Johnny Bean did say he's going to help me out, so this was just a test to see if just the basic YouTube stream thing would work all right, and I guess it's not working that great. I appreciate you guys popping in, though. Seriously, thank you. Okay, cool. Well, maybe like I said, I just probably just didn't understand it then. Cool. I'll check it out. I'll dig into it a little bit because yeah, I'd like to be able to stream a little bit, especially when I'm bored and want to chat with you guys and see what's going on. I think it'd be fun. And it's always fun showing echo cancellation. See, the thing is, I don't even think it's giving me those kind of options. Let's see, maybe it is. Yeah, it's saying like I don't have access to these features and stuff. It's kind of weird right now. I have very, very minimal control on this side right now. And I don't quite understand why. Because Rody, I don't even have a thing to look at for echo cancellation. I don't even see anything for echo cancellation, unfortunately. I know normally in like StreamYard there is, I know. And I saw it on YouTube earlier, but settings. Yeah, there's just not a, because basically I see an edit button, share button, send feedback, pop out dashboard. Is that? No, that's. It's more of the analytics stuff. It's saying I don't have access to managing features. Hmm. Yeah, I think for today it's just gonna kind of have to be like this. So, yeah, because I don't see. It's not even giving me like a like a settings. Like there's, I know what the settings things looks like. The little gear, the little cog looking thing. I'm just not. They're not giving me anything. And I'm not using OBS right now. I'm just using straight through the YouTube website. It's youtube.com. We'll go live. That's what I'm doing right now. So I understand that's 100% of my issue, but I don't understand how to fix it necessarily. If that makes sense. Because yeah, YouTube's just on this end, just not giving me anything to work with, and maybe that's a way to promote other streaming services that use YouTube. Just StreamYard. Okay. Guitar's not too bad. Maybe let me turn the reverb off. Maybe the reverb's just being not coming through right. Or maybe it would at least help. Okay, I got you. Right on. Well, not a complete success, but not a complete failure either. Appreciate you guys giving me the feedback because I would have been lost without it. So thanks again, you guys, Ian and Rody. Appreciate it. And yeah, I guess I might as well just go ahead and I'll go ahead and chat a little bit because I wanted to say that I do want to start streaming. Probably just one day a week. I'm thinking, something like a Tuesday or no, Rody, you're cool, man. I appreciate you just telling me that's what you guys use because I'll be able, I'll dig through it and I'll try to figure it out. I didn't give it enough time. It just like it prompted me to upgrade right away, and I was just like, so I just I need to dig into it more. One thing I'm gonna get for this thing, just for you guys, no one else knows this yet. I'm gonna get the lightweight tailpiece for this thing because they sell the aluminum tailpiece for these, and Clusen makes them in the USA. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy one of those. They're like $28. So with shipping and tax and all that, it'll be like 35 or whatever. And just to take a little more weight off this guy, I think it'd be great. Yeah, I hear you, Rody. I don't. Yeah, because it's like $120 a year, I think. Hey, Sean Hockey, what's up, man? Hey, appreciate you stopping by, dude. Um, so yeah, I was thinking the same thing because I think it's $120 a year. I think it's $20 a month for the entry level pay for StreamYard, and then there's like a $50 a month thing. So it's like Yeah, it gets expensive, and unless you're pulling in, big numbers, which I don't plan on doing that much streaming to do that kind of thing. So yeah, I hear you 100% on that. So I'll have to dig into the StreamYard stuff. And Johnny Bean did say when he's got some free time, he'll help me out. Martian Murray, what's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by, man. Yeah, so this is just a test stream. I'm gonna start using StreamYard. I think that's gonna be the way to go. Gonna get some help setting that up. Yeah, I was just telling these guys that I'm gonna get a new tailpiece for the Les Paul. Gonna get the aluminum bar. Take a little bit of weight off the guitar. Um, Sean, I was trying to use OBS, and using OBS it was difficult because what was nice about OBS is that I was able to connect with Reaper and get the sound how I wanted it. So the sound was working, and because basically what I did is I just turned it into a mono setup. So I just did a stereo input, mono output, and just adjusted the levels, and it was all good. And then I was in OBS, and it was recording fine. The sound was good. And then when I went to try to stream through OBS, it just wasn't working. And then I was like, okay, I'll try StreamYard. So I tried StreamYard, and they prompted me to upgrade. So I was like, I want to just go live and just test it to see what it'll happen. See if it's maybe it'll still the sound will work out all right. But apparently not quite with the guitars. And I do want the guitar sounding good because I know it's capable of sounding good with the direct in with the two notes from the Victory amp. So um but to really answer your question, going live from the YouTube site and just go live now and use the equipment that I have and all that kind of stuff, it's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward, but you get very minimal control. It's just you're live and people can pop in, and you get to kind of see a little bit of what's going on, but it's not it's not as intensive as I thought it was going to be as far as like settings and all this kind of stuff. I thought there'd be more to do, more to learn. So possibly with StreamYard, there's going to be some more learning curves. But yeah, so far with this, just the basic YouTube going live thing, it's like really, really basic. And maybe that's why people don't use it. So yeah. Hey, Matt's to be you. Thanks, man. Yeah, I want to try to start going live once a week or so. And maybe more if people pop in and enjoy it. I would consider it for sure. But like I'm thinking like once a week on a Tuesday or some off day where there's no one else really streaming that day. Just go ahead and take a spot and just talk about what I want to talk about and play some guitars and just hang out with you guys. And it'd be kind of nice to be able to talk what I want to talk about a little bit. Because as much as I love guitar and talk guitar, I want to talk other stuff too. And everybody I get it, dude. Everybody's talking Eddie Van Halen on the other channels, and I totally get it. He's Eddie Van Halen, but there's other guitarists out there too. Is all I'm saying. No disrespect intended. Ryan Hall, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? So yeah, that's kind of the thought process I guess I have right now with this the channel as far as just going forward. I'm going to try to pick a day, a time that works for people because I would definitely like to have people come by and enjoy their time here, hang out, and all that kind of good stuff. And yeah, and any ideas you guys have too, feel free to throw them my way because I'm not against taking in ideas to make the show entertaining for you guys if it's going to be a show, if you guys are going to regularly pop in, which would be great, But I need to get my sound working right. So I'll get Johnny Bean's help with setting up StreamYard, and I'll probably dig into it myself today too and see if I can get it going, see what I can figure out. But yeah, since, Pete Thorne just ended his show, there's no one going live right now. So I was like, okay, well, I'll at least do a little test stream. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. Yeah, if anybody else knows of any other Les Paul upgrades that I could consider, feel free to shoot those my way too, because I'm digging doing little tweaks to this thing to make it mine. Matt's TBU, yeah, and like I said, I don't mean any disrespect to the people that love Kramer and Eddie and EVH and all that stuff. It's all great. There's no, there's a reason why everybody's talking about it because it is great. But I love ESPs and I love Kiesels and I love Gibsons now, and it's like I love other guitars too. I think there's great stuff out there, and yeah, there's plenty of market for it. People are buying them up. There's a lot of people buying guitars. It's different than it was in 2006, 2008. In that time where the guitar market was um, not quite as active as it is now, even though it's taken a step back from where it was during COVID and all that. But just in perspective, I mean, you used to be able to get like a faded SG for like $400, Gibson, all day long, and sometimes less than that with a case, So those days are gone, but I still love buying and selling and trading guitars. But this one, I feel like I'm going to hang on to for a while. I'm getting closer to it by the day, so I'm digging it. Let's see what else. I almost want to. I wish because I have a Marshall DSL-1 that I'm trying to get rid of, and I wish there was a way for me to give it to Trev Symmetry. I can't financially afford that, but to just give that away and ship it to him and all that kind of stuff. But I really wish he could have it because he was digging the DSL-1 that he had, and I got a new amp now, and the phase switching would be cool. I was listening to the Anderton's video today on the Les Paul, was the Supremes, the new one, the $4,000 standard, which has all that crazy. It's kind of, it's almost overkill, but it's kind of cool. It's got split coils for on the volume knobs, so you could split the neck and bridge, and then it has a phase inverter or phase switch, and then it has a through switch, which is like it just defaults wide open bridge pickup. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting how they do that. Oh yeah, Sean, it's real quick. And if you ever seen Seth give me a WhatsApp in the chats in the morning when I'm in on his show, this is why. Because the first time Laz asked me to show my tattoos, I went like this, and that's why. So it's kind of octopus. And it's the elephant ears. It was just kind of, I thought it was a silly name, and it kind of worked, so I just went with it. But as far as my, I guess attraction or interest in octopus in general has been it's been a long, it's just been a part of my life. I was just drawn to them as a kid. I always thought they're cool. They're just cool animals in general. They're really intelligent, and it has to slightly do with an ex-girlfriend. I hate to say, but that's kind of true too. But it's also just separate from that because it's a multiple meaning thing. Because also they're my favorite animal, but I was a chef, and when I was down in LA cooking, my chef that I was working for made me eat octopus to know what it tastes like. So if I had to prepare it, I would know how to prepare it. And yeah, so I ate an octopus, and I didn't like it at all. I hated the whole experience of eating it. So this was also like in memoriam to the only octopus I ever ate. And yeah, and then it's also a coincidence that I got the V4 Kraken amp with Cthulhu on the front of it. It just kind of worked out that way. Plus, I'm a big fan of Rabia. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's really down to earth, and yeah, Martian Murray. It was a whole octopus. I can't remember. I think it was braised. I want to say it was braised because it was like it wasn't breaded or anything. It was just like a whole octopus. It was a little, not too big. It was about that size. Yeah, it was. But it was, it was cooked. It wasn't like people when they eat the live octopus. I could never do that. That would be heartbreaking for me. So, but yeah, it was not for me. I get it when people like it, I guess, but I like squid though. That's the weird thing, you know. I like squid though. Like I'll eat calamari and stuff like that. I think it's good. But octopus has a slightly different flavor, and I think just because I know it's not, I don't think it's an actual like flavor thing. I just think it's a psychosomatic. Just I know it's something I don't want to eat, so I think it tastes bad. Kind of. It's I think it's just that kind of thing. Um, but I know Johnny Bean was also talking about doing some cooking stuff on one of his shows sometime, and I think that would be a cool little crossover if I got into doing a show once a week. Maybe one of these times when my dad's out of town, he's got a really nice kitchen. I could go over there and stream. And oh, there you go, Rhino. U812's going live at 2 o'clock. Cool. Um, he's got the IRX pedal too. Right on. That's cool. I I don't dislike Dave Friedman or Friedman stuff at all. But I've also heard some stories about how he got to where he is, and I'm a little bit. I just have some questions, so I just am not as big of freak of his as some other people are. But that could change because I don't think he's necessarily a bad person or anything like that. Just you know, just gotta I like I like people with morals. I like people having doing something for a reason and not just a profit reason. And um, that the idea of having original ideas is a great thing to me, and not necessarily stealing other people's ideas. Um, but anyway, what's up, Keith H? Thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, Martian, I agree. That's why I got the tattoo. It felt horrible, so it's in memoriam. Yeah, I was a cannibal for that day, and I have it permanently with me. And it was kind of this color too. It was slightly red, but it was really dark. Anyway. Yeah, that's awesome that your son's in Japan, Ryan. I've heard the Japanese lifestyle could be very difficult as it's a fast-paced one. I've heard and a lot of work, but I've also heard it's a pretty amazing place to live. Nice, yeah. And the Friedman stuff. The thing is, like, I don't think the Friedman stuff like sounds bad or anything like that. I do think it sounds good. It sounds a little bit like like a recorded amp. It almost doesn't sound real sometimes, but also I haven't played through like the big BE 100s and all that, so I'm sure those sound phenomenal. But there's just something to them. There's like I don't know if it's a compression or something that's going on with them. They sound a little bit. They sound like a recorded tone, which is fine. Like, and you still get the tube response. So there's no issue with that at all. I just think they're just they're a little different, but they sound great and they're versatile. They're really cool amps. Got no yeah, Friedmans are pricey, especially for the kind of I guess the slightly older ones. Like I see a lot of Friedmans for sale though. That's the thing. That's what kind of worries me about them really is I see a lot of Friedmans for sale, and no one's really buying them, but they are buying the cheaper ones like the pedal, the all the mini heads and all that, like the JJ Junior and all those. And but like I'm seeing like the secondhand market BE 100s for like 3,500, $4,000 not selling. Seeing the butter slacks $3,500 not selling, and other stuff like that. What is the small box I've seen for 2,500 not selling, and it's just I don't know. Did those people fall out of love? Are they just needing the money? Who knows? Uh, but I'm gonna be going to NAMM this year with Johnny Bean and Laz and whole crew of people. So I'm sure meeting a bunch of people there. So I'd like to meet Dave Friedman and you know, hopefully I have a good impression of him. Things, maybe I start to like his stuff more or want to buy his stuff more. It's not even a matter of like. It's just like uh, it's like I'm not. I don't know how to put it. I'm just not willing to buy his stuff right now. I rather buy their stuff right now. And it's like when it comes to, like, I don't know, I can't have a hard time explaining it. Plus, I have a very minimal setup, so I'm digging that right now too, because I just have the Kraken amp into a 1x12, um, and my Les Paul. That's pretty much, and a tuner. That's really all I'm using right now. I do want to get a delay pedal, but I got to sell the DSL one before I get anything else. Um, but yeah, the BEOD Deluxe, those things are cool. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he makes great stuff. He really does. I just uh, I just heard that, a lot of ideas that he's put out there weren't necessarily his, and that he's just the one that put it into a product like that, which is cool. It's cool to, be able to have access to that uh, tech, essentially, that would have been hard to reach before. But I don't know. That's why the jury's out for me still. Um, Ryan Hall, I'm selling the Marshall DSL one. Uh, it was a professionally converted combo. So the Marshall DSL one normally comes with a little, like, 6-inch speaker, 8-inch speaker, whatever. I think it's a 6-inch speaker, and a little tiny cabinet. It's a little toy of an amp, but it was professionally rehoused into a 1x12 Mojotone cabinet, and he made it look like a Marshall. It made it look really good, and it has a 1x12 speaker now, the Cannabis Rex from Eminence, and it sounds good, like for a little practice amp for in the room. If you want to crank it up all the way without hurting your ears, it sounds good. You get that nice tube response at when the tube's at its peak, and it's cool. Yeah, Sean. Hey, Johnny Bean, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping in, dude. Yeah, I got the vocals working all right, but I'm still because I tried to go live through OBS and it didn't work. I had trouble with that, and then I didn't try hard enough with StreamYard yet, so I gotta try StreamYard. But I had it working through OBS right where my guitar was sounding right, but apparently the guitar is not sounding quite right. It's over compressing when YouTube's compressing the heck out of it. So I'm gonna have to figure out uh, how to figure out StreamYard and just go that route, because I think that's what you guys all use. So I just got to figure it out. And I'll bug you about that one of these days when you got some free time, Johnny. Yeah, Eminence makes some good speakers. In a lot of situations, I prefer Celestians, but the Cannabis Rex is one of those that I feel like does something no other Celestian does. Johnny, I hate to say it, I'm just going live straight through the YouTube website. Just go live. That's all I'm doing. It's bad. Hey Ryan, no, I haven't heard from Laz in the last couple days. Oh, cool. Laz WhatsApp Johnny. Right on. Yeah, I think Laz sent me a picture yesterday, so maybe maybe yesterday is when I heard from him, but haven't really talked to him much. I'm letting him enjoy his vacation too. I'm sure the way he described it about they're traveling just about every other day, so it's like yikes, a lot of moving around, but I'm sure it's 100% worth it. It's like hopefully they get it out of their system though, is what I'm thinking too, because like if that becomes a thing they want to do, it's like, man, that gets expensive. But hey, if it's worth it, it's worth it. It looked like it is. It looks like a ton of fun. Johnny Bean, glad you stopped in, dude. I can't believe you're trucking. You were up all night last night. Yeah, those are good cabs, man. Carbon Legacy cabs. No, Brian, I hope not. I don't think he is. That'd be silly. That'd be a misstep. Yeah, there's no sense in, you know, letting giving other people the chance to ruin your vacation, in my opinion. He works hard and his wife works hard on, making this kind of stuff happen for them, and they deserve for it to go smooth, and, world events happen, unfortunately, and it'd be best to make it not personal if I want to have any opinion on it. Right on, Johnny. Dude, I appreciate you stopping in, man. Yeah, and any from you, any advice is welcome. Any advice from anybody is welcomed, but especially you, Johnny. You know your YouTube game, so yeah, I would definitely appreciate any help I could get. Later, Johnny. Take it easy, man. Stay safe out there. Oh, buddy. But yeah, so I'm also selling the Kiesel, the Delos, the Strat. Um, yeah, getting a modest price for it. I'm really happy with this Les Paul, and I want to free up some money to spend on other things. That's just what it is. So that's what I'm gonna do. I feel you, Ryan. Yeah, when that whole thing first happened, it was just like, man, I hope Laz doesn't get any ideas. But I think with his wife there with him, especially, he'll make the right decision because there's no sense in bringing her into that mess. Anyway, I don't need to go down that route talking about that stuff. Oh man, where now? Oh, that was nice. Ha, that was nice. My mom and I haven't. We've had a rocky relationship the last 9 months, and we've been trying to repair our relationship, and it's been going good. So I just got a little message from her, so that was nice. But anyway, I wish the guitar was sounding better because I would rock out a little bit and just rock and hang and that kind of thing. I'll be doing that once I get the sound right. I'll be doing that kind of thing for sure. Um, but yeah, thanks for stopping by. I can't believe time flies when you're on here. It's already been over a half hour. Let's see what she said. Ah, she's being so nice. I appreciate her. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, me too. Yeah, things are going a lot better. She's retired and she used to run a business, so she was really stressed out a lot and just always on the move and always having to think about her business. Exactly. Exactly, Sean. So now that she's retired, she's got, she's calmed down a lot, which is great and great for both of us. So, yeah, things are going good with that, and it is nice. It was tough to, you know, I guess not have my mom in my life for a while is, not ideal when you have that capability of having them in your life. So, I'll go ahead and end it on that note. You guys rock. Appreciate you guys hanging out for a little bit. Yeah, this is the test stream that turned into my first unofficial stream, I think. Almost 40 minutes. You guys got about 15 minutes to hey, thanks, Rody. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, you guys look forward to OU812's hang if you guys want to go hang out with him. And usually Symmetry and R2, R3. And John DeShane. Yeah, John DeShane. Usually those guys are all hanging out. So go ahead and check them out. And then Johnny Bean's doing his ASMR show tonight. I think at 8. I want to say it's at 8, Pacific, I believe. Go check that out too. And and Ben Coombs. Today's Sunday. Ben Coombs is going live at 5 o'clock. So go check him out too. A whole bunch of shows today. Thanks, Matt. All right, you guys rock. Take care. I'll see you guys soon.